Also keep in mind, since this is the V8, most of them usually have one. And I don't know if you can see it, right there, that little sucker that's behind there, that's two. So instead of one, I got two catalytic converters that I gotta replace in case if they fail. I also got 4 sensors that I gotta replace if they failed as well. So that's something you can keep in mind. I know it seems like a lot, but trust me, when you work with cars, this is nothing compared to what I have to do with these spark plugs that I have to pull out. As you can see, this one's clean. I'll just pull one out. Cleanish. I got it all cleaned out, blowed out. As you can see, there's black stuff on it. I don't know what the reason was, but when I smelt it, it smells like fuel, so that's not good. No good. So I got that one pulled out. I also got the compressor, so I can put it in that hole right there, so I can clear it out at least, so that way I can make sure everything seems pristine and stuff like that. I just want to make sure, because when it comes to these spark plugs, when they get wet, in between, like I'll show you, in between these has a little connection and a little gap. So if fluid gets in the way, it'll stop it, it'll erupt it, so it won't go off as properly as it should. So that's why it's always important to make sure this is clean, so that way it makes that proper connection to those gaps. As you can see, pretty neat that you can see it up close, but that's what I've been up to, just making sure that all these are fixated and make sure that they're all cleaned out. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully I'll get this engine up and running. But yeah, that's 1 and 2 on the other side. I also want to show you what I mean on those sensors, the O2 sensors that I was talking about. So this one, it comes right after the catalytic converter. This is the downstream O2 sensor, and then right behind it, a little sneaky bastard, that little thing right there is the upstream O2 sensors, the one that's literally the wire over here. So essentially, when I'm talking about my Jetta, about these ones, usually a catback is usually a good idea, but the catbacks need these and that one over there. And since the catalytic converter is supposed to do its job of making sure that all the contaminants that's in the engine that's going into the air gets captured by this catalytic converter, that's what their job is to. So a catback, when it's just straight pipe, it's normally not a good idea to do it, but it just makes it sound cooler, which I want to do it. And plus, since these catalytic converters are expensive, and since I got 2, that means that's like extra money I got right here. But generally that's a good idea if, like, let's say if they get clogged. Usually stuff like this, like the spark plugs and the crop that's inside the cylinders, it's usually a good idea to like kind of do a cutback, so that way the catalytic converter don't clog up as easily and the O2 sensors don't get ruined essentially. So what it does, it's all a big importance of the engine, but there's more into it later, so I'll teach you what it is and stuff like that. So I just use that, use a little trusty ratchet, little air compressor, and a little cleaner, then I'll be all right. Hopefully I'll get this up and running.